Hello there, I am Gifty Auntie and welcome to TSP with Gifty Auntie.
Who can deny Gifty?
No.
I don't think anyone shall. Thank you for having me.
Hey there, it's that time of the day again and I am Gifty Auntie. Welcome to TSP with me. Today my guest is into an area that I know nothing about. You know, she uses technology to teach people how to use or access financial services. She is a fintech professional or specialist with about 19 years experience. We know the world is gone technology. We know the world is going AI and what have you. As women, what do we know? What are we doing about it? One of our own is already in there and is ready to teach us. But of course, we are going to find out a bit more about her. What made her go into this area? What does she think we women lack when it comes to these things? Well, let me say thank you to Tie-Dye Yekwa for my tie and dye. My skirt, my two-piece, is by Dylan House of Fashion. Thank you so much to them. My makeup is by The Global Hair in Shiloh GH. She calls this Oga Pixie Cut. And of course, my beads and earring by Twinny Craft. We take a break. When we come back, we'll meet it. But for now, please put your hands together as I invite the one and only Miss Clara B. Arthur. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
You look lovely.
Thank you. And your studio is amazing.
Nerds are not supposed to look this fashionable.
Well, it's the new look for us. So,
You know?
coming to the best, I have to look the best. So thank you for having me.
Welcome. Thank you for please take your seat.
Thank you.
And I'll be back shortly. Welcome back to TSP with Gifty Auntie. And yes, my guest today is the Miss Clara B. Arthur. We'll be talking to her in a moment. But for now, let me say thank you to our sponsors. And that's Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. The new order of retirement is here. Now you can retire on your own terms with a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. Yes. Simply invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and start receiving monthly income to enjoy a perfect retirement. It's that easy. The best part is you get to enjoy added benefits of an annual increase every single year. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333, 050-453-4333, or visit www.oldmutual.com or simply dial *789 *01# to request a call. Obrapa. So sign on today. We also say thank you to Vena Mineral Water. Vena Purified Mineral Water has a balanced pH level. It is low in sodium and it has all the required minerals that you can think of. And it also believes in, giving back to society by changing lives and sharing love wherever they find themselves. My guest today, Miss Clara B. Arthur. She's a DFS consultant, Ghana. First of all, my question is, obviously you're a nerd. Shabrick, plenty school, tech, but fashionista, how did he come in? Nerds, we know don't go this way.
Well,
you're just breaking, the rules like that.
Breaking the boundaries.
Breaking the boundaries. You look fine.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. And congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here today and to spend this afternoon with you.
You are in a very technical space. Is that what you set out to do?
No. No. So, what got me here? The short version. When I came back to Ghana in 2002, I was working for a small IT company. That was my first foray into tech.
What, 2002 you were working?
2002, I was working.
But you look like 16 years.
Oh, yes. Well, another session for that one. So, and my job there was to do business development.
Okay.
So my job there was definitely to sell IT solutions and equipment.
Right.
Which I was good at. And then one day I was walking past where the technical team was fixing an ATM.
Okay.
In my mind, I'd used an ATM, but I never stopped to wonder what an ATM looked like. So I saw them and I was like, is that all that it is? A screen and a keyboard? That was it, Gifty. I just sort of stopped and I was like, why haven't I considered a career or doing something? And to be honest, I always say there are just a few Clara authors, and it's true. But I would love, and I hope this is the platform to get a lot more women to join me, because it's not boring, it's interesting. Every day is changing. You wake up today and there's a new technology. You mentioned it yourself.
Let's go back. Is it a case of you were not happy with what you were already doing? You were still searching?
Nope. I pretty much knew what I was doing. I set off to do law. That one is true. So I have a BA in law, but I never went to law school. That's another day's discussion. But
Let's stay there. You have a BA in law, but you never went to a law school.
No. So the deal with my father, may his soul rest in peace, was that when I turned a certain age, I will go back to law school. So I was given permission to discover and do what I wanted to do. So I set off being, well, let me foray into finance if I didn't get to do the law. So I have an MSc in administration and finance.
Okay.
The finance aspect. So when I came back, my first job was actually in one of the top 4 financial advisory services.
Okay.
But unfortunately, that was the year we lost our father. So I think for me, coming back, losing him, I just thought, I have to get going. So when I actually finished everything...
Was it your coping mechanism, sort of?
I think it perhaps was a coping mechanism, now that you put it this way. So I think I needed to find something to challenge myself. And I just thought, well, IT is the new gold. That's where change is coming. And I'd seen some of the developments leveraging technology had done for the fourth revolution in the European side. So why don't we look at the efforts we can put in to do that? So, and it was a small company, and I was like, why not? So I think right from there, I just got running. I understood how the system worked. I understood the technology. In fact, I actually went behind to understand what powers an ATM. Yeah. You sign a check every day. Do you know what system clears the check?
Okay. No.
You go to your bank every day. You see your bank balance. Do you know what's behind the bank balance you see? You use your card every day. Every day I see people keying in a pin. Do you know how we get a pin for you? So for me, these were the nuances and the questions. And I just got asking, and I was like, okay, let me look at myself within the next 5 years. What am I going to achieve? I think if you look back in my career, everybody will tell you that everywhere Clara has worked is 4 to 5 years. And there's a reason for the 4 to 5 years, because I always set myself that personal goal. And I think whatever value I bring onto a company, within the 3rd year, I leave my mark. So once I move on to the next thing.
And this is intentional and deliberate.
Everything I do, Gifty, is intentional and deliberate. It's something I have mastered, and I do it so well. Even speaking to you today, it's something I said I would do, and I give it my all. I think if you are intentional and deliberate about things, you go out there and you give your all. And for me, that is what keeps me going, whether it's work, it's family, or it's business.
So you decided to go into for financial technology.
Yep. I decided to go into financial technology.
And you've been at it for 19 years.
I have been at it for 19 years, and I am still in it. And I'm going to continue doing it, because it brings me joy.
And I can tell with a smile on your face, you're talking about it and you're smiling, so it obviously gives you joy.
It is, and it's impactful. It is impactful. If you find your niche, it is impactful. And the work that I do when I see people out there, even when I see people mention, my name is an household name now.
Yes.
When people say, oh, Clara, then it's what I have done. And
I
for
told
me,
you where Joyce Bauer-Muktari told me that you have to talk to, Clara. And I said, but how am I going to get this? Don't worry. And then she sent me your number, and I called, and you were just kind enough to accept to come.
And that was in between all the 3i summits that we've just finished.
Yes.
And I was heavily involved. I was an ambassador. I was a speaker. But I knew I had to do this because I think leveraging your platform to talk about what I have done, it's one that shouldn't be missed. It's a huge opportunity. And I'd like to say thank you for that.
Oh, thank you for, agreeing to come on this platform too, because there are a lot of young girls out there who are confused. I say that the challenge of the youth of today is that they are confused. There's so much at their disposal, but they know very little about the many things that have been thrown at them. Yeah. So this is an area that you rightly said, very few of you in there, especially when it comes to women. Tell me, how has the journey been? Like 19 years, working for yourself. Of course, you started working with an institution where you saw them fixing an ATM.
And it changed my world.
And it changed your world.
So like I said, continuing from that story. So I worked there, and that was when we had just started this whole discussion around mobile money.
Yes.
I guess you've all forgotten the days of scratch card.
Yeah.
Where we have. So the system for the scratch card was a card you scratch. But fast forward, we had a separate system from the card where you could actually walk to a shell shop, and then they would key in your number, and then you would get the credit. Yes. Or you would get an electronic voucher. It meant that somebody had put all of those vouchers in the system. So when you go, we would dispense. Just like you dispense medicine. But in this case, it's a system that puts all the numbers in there, and we price them. So if you come and the voucher is 10 cedis, it will dispense 10 cedis to you. Fast forward to now, everybody's talking about mobile money. That was the beginning. Because we realized at some stage, I think I always give credit to some of the policies we've had in Ghana. It was tough at the beginning. When I see people talk about mobile money, I'm like, people have lost jobs trying to make mobile money work. But I think sometimes we just don't understand what effort's gone behind it.
That's true. That's the point. People have lost jobs.
Yeah. So for me, it was the beginning of that journey. So everything I see now is like, wow, we've done it. So fast forward, I worked for this IT company. I think I'm okay to talk about the names of the company. So
yes,
I worked for Clydestone Ghana Limited.
Yeah.
And my job was business development, but I think by the time I was finishing in 2006 in Clydestone, I realized I needed the next big thing. So I looked around all the financial institutions, and I had gained a lot. I understood what it meant. I saw the way the financial institutions were interested and happy to see all the MTN agents. When Vodafone came, it was beginning to pick up. And in my mind, I was like, I could see a pattern. Right. And I could see the banks trying to use their locations to be points to vend and make a commission. But vending and making a commission is just pay and you get a commission. Can we go beyond that? So for me, I thought, well, I see how an ATM works. Let me go into a financial institution. So I applied to work with EcoBank.
Okay.
At that time, the EcoBank group had just set up Akokomlemle, not far from
here.
In fact, this is my route. So coming here was like coming back home. Because you either come this way or come through Tesano. So I applied to join the EcoBank group, and my first job was an ATM monitoring officer. So here, I would sit every day, and I think EcoBank had just started the group Pan-African, we're moving along. So we started off maybe 6 countries. The number keeps growing. I think now they are probably in 34 countries. But yes, we started when it was 6 to 12 countries, connecting all the countries to a box that was sitting in Accra, but people in Togo, people in Senegal, people in Sierra Leone and Gambia could use it. And my job was ATM monitoring officer. And for me, I took it with pride. I would come in there, all I'll do 9 to 5 and perhaps go home would be just see whether ATMs are up, ATMs are working. But it gave me great joy. It gave me great joy to understand Then once I understood how the ATM works, I moved into the card space.
Where someone could have said that this is a boring job, just sit in one place, it gave you joy because you decided to learn, take the opportunity to learn something about how it works.
Yeah, I do. And in fact, I love the fact that I could go and stand when the IT guys are going, this is because I'm not one of those. And the guys say, oh, don't worry, I know how it works. You see, if you understand how something works, you can sell it.
Right.
I know some people have a natural flair and they don't need to understand. But for me, once I understand how this works, if my job is to take this and put it here, I make sure I do a good job of putting it here. But by the time I put it there, I understand what is in between. If you have that power, who can take it away from you? So it's simple. So I did that. Then it was all about cards. Our first card business actually failed. Prepaid cards, nobody wanted to pay for. Nobody even understood how a prepaid card worked. But that never deterred me. I continued. You would give the prepaid cards to the shop. You go and they are all in the box.
No, wait a minute. Are you trying to tell me you were involved in all this?
Oh, yes.
Involved in should I use the creation of the scratch card?
In fact,
Momo.
I have worked with every company that has done that, right from when we started with cards, Visa cards, eSwitch cards, every card. In fact, every time you use a card,
there's a bit of Clara in there.
There is Clara in there. Because I have worked with tier 1 banks, and my job has always been to enable payments. My job has always to ensure that the payments infrastructure. Gifty, let me tell you something. When we started off in this journey, we realized that in Ghana, we were not highly banked. When I say not highly banked, means that not everybody had a bank account. Compared to our cousins in Nigeria, I give you one thing. Almost every adult in Nigeria has a bank account.
Wow.
But we realized in Ghana that it was the opposite. We woke up one day and realized that even though we had banks, even though we had systems, but the number of people who actually had bank accounts was very, very few. This is even you and I in the urban areas. Forget about the rural areas. So financial inclusion has always been the drive for everything we have done from the early 2000s till now. So you can see all the talk around financial inclusion, access to finance from the regulator, even from the financial service provider. So it's something that Ghana took a conscious decision to ensure that all financial service players would work towards this goal. So we have policies we've worked on. All of these are guided by policies underlining what you do. If we don't have a policy that allows a mobile money agent or a framework that allows a mobile money agent to work, you can't cross the road and go and do what you do. So the work we have done, and I'm proud to say I've been part of it, whether it's from the regulatory side or from the provider side, I've been part of it. In fact, I've been part of being the lead for credit card systems for financial institutions in Ghana. At some point, it was so bad that because I actually worked on it, I had about 5 credit cards. I woke up one day, I said, okay, this is good. I can use all these 5 credit cards, but I know I'm going to have to pay for them because it is not free cash. But I'm just trying to make a story about the journey in the 19 years, what I have been doing, whether it's working with a financial institution. And the beauty of where we are now is our financial service providers are not all banks. Now, we have an act that allows non-banks to offer financial services. And for me, I think I have arrived.
Yeah, you did. You have arrived, but you still have a long way to go. You know, because things are changing now. AI, and I won't be surprised if you're already in there.
I have looked at AI in terms of how to leverage AI to offer financial education to rural areas. Yes, that's the next game changer.
Wait, please repeat. You are what?
I am looking at AI that we can leverage to extend financial education to every corner of Ghana. I think we need that.
I'll take a break. When I come back, we'll get into how you have used all these experiences and, milestones that you've took to empower women, especially women in underserved communities. Well, wow. I'm sure you are sitting at the edge of your chair like I am, wow. Listen, there's a lot out there for our young ones. It's just that we haven't exposed them, or we haven't had the opportunity to hear people like Clara. We may know the name, but we haven't really heard her speak and break down things as she's doing today. Well, let me say thank you to tie-dye Yakwa for my tie-and-dye fabric. My dress is by Dylan House of Fashion. Thank you so much to them. Makeup by The Global. Hair in Shiloh GH. And of course, my beads and earring are by 20 Crafts. We are sponsored by Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll get into how she is using and why you and I need to, buy into it for our own benefit. We'll be back. Welcome back. And again, I say thank you to our sponsor, our only sponsor. The new order of retirement is here. Now you can retire on your own terms with a guaranteed monthly income for the rest of your life. Yes, the rest of your life. Simply invest a lump sum into the Old Mutual Retirement Salary Plan today and start receiving monthly income to enjoy effective or perfect retirement. It is that easy. The best part is you get to enjoy an additional or added benefits of an annual increase every year. Call Old Mutual on 050-453-4333 or www.oldmutual.com, or simply dial *789 *01 hash to place a call. Abrapa. That's from Old Mutual. I'd also like to say thank you to House of Food, Al Cuisine, Juice Time, 100% fruit juices, Mr. Soforipoko and the family, Yap Cleaning Services, and E-Gardens, where we call it the healing place. Yeah, they gave us these plants. We are so grateful to them. So the ultimate goal of getting involved in all these changing phases of technology and using technology to promote or access financial service is what?
To ensure that every Ghanaian citizen of age, and in Ghana, an adult is 18 years, should have access to financial services, either via a bank account or a mobile money wallet. It's as simple as that. How do you do that? There's so many ways of doing that. We can do it just by walking into communities,
Right.
but that's hard work.
Right.
That's expensive. That's more people. But we have technology. How do you leverage technology to ensure that you would reach as many people? And I think that's the power of what financial technology is all about. And it's something that I think I'm happy to say that quite a number of financial institutions are interested in that. But there's another element, which is what I am passionate about. The last 4 years, I told you my 4 to 5 year rule, right?
Yes.
So the last 4 years, I have actually been involved working for a UN agency. So I currently do work for the UNCDF in Ghana. My role is simple: policy and ecosystem in digital financial services. But there's a project that we're working on called the Green Project. I'm sure you may have seen, because it's funded by the European Union.
Yeah.
So there's a component within that project. It's a 4 result area, but I do access to finance. So that actually is deliberate to look at the support we can give financial institutions to reach vulnerable groups. And that's where you and I come in. One of the vulnerable groups we have to work on is women.
Women, yeah.
Gifty, you and I are privileged to be here. But there are so many other women who are not within this catchment area that need financial education. I think we all rely on friends and family and to tell us. Sometimes we don't want to use the formal channel for financial knowledge. And one thing I think I've always maintained, I think maybe our educational system has failed us. Now that I understand what I do is, I think financial literacy should be part of our curriculum growing up. I really don't understand why I have to wait till I'm 18 years to have a bank account or a mobile money wallet. I think I can have it at 16.
Right.
Because at 16, you should be able to be financially literate.
Okay.
We need to wait till we are 18. And I think it's something I would want to work on for the next 5 years.
Yes.
If we can ensure that...
Hey, we've extended it to 5 years.
This 5 years
It's
is
a breaking the rule.
It's a breaking the rule 5 years because...
Breaking the 4.
In fact, my sister and I will tell you, there's a breaking the 11. I'll tell you what the 11 is. I'm sure if she's going to watch this. There's an 11 I have to break. I'll tell you when we finish.
All right,
Mine
okay.
is at 11. Basically, it's for us to ensure that if we can find some sort of ring fence, look at all our financial service laws, and ensure that we safeguard why at 16, because at 16 you can work.
Yeah.
At 16 you can earn income. And I think if we start at 16, by the time you are 18, you are fully aware of what's required of you.
Yeah.
You wait till you get to the university and then you apply for a student's loan, and perhaps majority of people, that's when they get their first bank account.
Yeah.
My kids are in lower 6. They do have a bank account because where they are in school at 17, you can have a teenage bank account. So for me, by the time they are 18, 21, with the help and the guide that I give them, they'll be financially literate. They'll be able to make decisions. They would understand. They will know what it means by when you put in money, how you take it out. They won't even understand credit because soon they would have access to credit. And that is the only way we can grow the economy and see everybody participate. But the work I've been doing in the last 4 or 5 years has been on this green project where we're targeting women. In fact, all the financial service providers I work with, I give you 60 to 80% of your target must be women. If you are selling or we've designed a microinsurance product, it has to be targeted at women. Why am I insisting on women? We all know. You and I, a woman, is the heartbeat of every family.
Exactly.
If a woman is able to say, I will do this, and she does, we do it well. It is hard to reach women when it comes to finance. I don't blame us. Some social norms, we won't go into that, has affected the way women perceive financial services. But I think in this new era of digital financial services, all women must be on board. And the quickest way to get women on board is through payments. Every woman pays for something.
Yes.
One way or the other. We pay for food. We pay for childcare. We pay for transport. We pay to do our hair. We pay to do our nails. I'm not talking about source of funds. I said payments.
Payments,
Every woman pays. So if I can leverage the fact that every woman pays, look at your payment history. Why can't I give you a loan? Every day, I know you pay for goods up to 100 cedis. Every month, I can see you get 100 cedis. Every 2 months, I see you can get 300 cedis. Why can't I give you a loan of 50 cedis? Because I know every month I would see the 100 cedis. But it's about making sure that you have a footprint.
Right.
Because in technology, what technology gives us is that footprint. If I see what your footprint is, I can design a product for you. So one of the things we've done in the last 4 years, thanks to the funding from the EU, working with financial institutions, is ensuring that we develop financial products. One of the things we've done is leveraging IVR. I know, I'll break it down. It's interactive voice response. When you call customer care and you hear, press 1, press 2, it's some machine telling you.
Right.
So we've designed financial education contact, whereby you will just sit in the comfort of your home or your shop in the market, and a number will call you, Gifty, and give you free financial information. Information about how to budget, information about how to save, and guess the beauty, in your own language.
Wow.
Tell me, what else is more powerful? If you have a woman sitting in her shop, even if it's a stall in the market, and there's someone who has actually created and designed a line that would call you, because we all have a phone. And guess what? Feature phone. Forget smartphones. Any phone would do. A system would call you.
You mean even Yam?
Oh, I said, in fact, we love Yam because we know that if we start focusing on smartphones, you exclude majority of people. So for us, every system or every solution we design has to be for Yam phones, feature phones, as we call them. It must be one that works on USSD, a short code. I was happy you read the old mutual USSD, which means that anybody that has a keypad that can dial can be able to access financial services. And for me, it gives me great joy when I know that there are women out there who can access that. Another thing we do is leveraging the same footprints you pay. Most women receive remittances. These days, remittances is money transfer, as we call it in Ghana. Whether you're receiving money transfer in Ghana or you're receiving from abroad, it is money. What was that show when we were growing up? Greetings from abroad.
Yes.
Thank you. It is money transfer. Everybody knows Western Union. Everybody knows money. So now, we know you receive it. What do you do with it after you have paid school fees and it? You always leave something. So all we are saying is that leave something. 2 cedis 50 pesos. And use that one to pay a premium for microinsurance. So that when you are sick and you can't work and you are in the hospital, the insurance, after 2-3 days, would pay for your medical care. For me, these are the impactful things I have done in the last 5 years. In spite of all the things I have done in private sector, in spite of all the things I've done on the policy and regulation side, in spite of all the systems I have developed, I think my greatest joy has been the last 4 years.
You know, it's difficult for women to understand that it matters that they become financially liberated. Or financially independent, you know. They think they have money comes for most women, it comes and goes. You know, it just flows in and out. There's nothing like savings and all that. So we always have, oh, my daddy left me this, my dad, but women are not leaving legacies.
And we have to change that.
We have to change that.
We have to change that. The only way we can change that is just starting now. It's just that intentionality that you would want to save and leave something. Look, I always maintain, and I'm glad we are on this platform, is to say that every woman must, it's your personal commitment to yourself to be financially independent. I'm not saying I don't get money from my husband. I do. But I am financially independent because I can stand on my own. It's having that mentality. And I always maintain, even if a job is so bad and you want to leave, you don't leave till you find something else. But once you are in there, I know it's hard. I know there are so many competing needs for the small money. Look, we've all been there. But if you start saving even 10 cedis every day, even 5 cedis every day, how much would you have? So even let's say by the time you finish everything, transport, school, all you have left is 10 cedis for the month, save 5 cedis. Every little thing, every little helps. And that is what I tell every young person who reaches out to me, is to make sure that savings is important. And there's a rule, you just don't save. You must have a goal. You must have a target. You must tell yourself as a woman that if for anything you can't work for 6 months, I should be okay. If for anything I can't work for 1 year, I should be okay. And for me, that is the mentality, and that is why I tell every young girl that comes to me and says, oh, Auntie Clara, this, Auntie, I'm like, look, make sure you have that goal and make sure you save. And when you reach that goal, you set another goal. You have to keep setting goals to inspire and to motivate yourself. If you have a goal that you've set, even if it's to lift this bottle and take it there, you'd want to do that. It's something you look up to. And it works. Simple. This one, no.
Amazing.
It's just
simple. No libi, no laba. This was simple.
It's just having a goal and having a
And you don't need big money, huge money to go and open an account.
In fact, now you can open a zero account. You don't need it. You can have a mobile. You just have everybody 18, you have your Ghana card. Get your Ghana card. Walk into any closest finance. And now we have non-banks who can even help you. Every time you walk and see mobile, an agent, that agent there means that the agent can offer financial service. At least give you a form to complete to have access to a mobile money wallet and have a bank account. You can start with a mobile money wallet. When you get to that level, self-actualization, you know when to get a proper account. So you can easily get there. You and I will probably link our mobile money wallet to our account. But for somebody who is just turning 18, a young girl out there, go and get that mobile money wallet. Don't worry about that. Yes, they'll say there are fees, 1%, that's fine. That's when you're moving money. But you get it.
But
Start
these
keeping-
days, what's all we get interest.
Oh yeah, I told you
Yeah,
we're working
yeah.
in the background.
Yes.
Yeah. When you have a
Get
bank
it.
account in your savings, you get interest.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So on Momo,
The-
you
the-
get
yeah.
interest. Yes. So for us, it's liberating the financial service sector
Okay.
to make sure that whether it's a mobile money wallet or it's a bank account, you must be the boss. You have interest. Every quarter, no matter how small, you will
get
get
something,
interest.
yeah.
So that is the level we wanted to get to. And now we have people from all over Africa, the sub-region, coming to learn how Ghana has done it. And there's still more we can do. But that's leveraging the power of technology. All you started off was to make a voice call. Then you got on to data. And now we've added financial services. What more do you want? Use it.
What more do you want? Use it, woman. Whew. That's amazing. What more do you want? Financial or having access to financial services made easy.
Yeah.
This is 101 on it's amazing. So what? So we can do it any mobile money outlet or banking institution.
Any of them.
Any of them.
You just
Any of them.
Any of them. If
Any
you
of
walk
them.
into, so the law allows us to have the banks, which we all know, and the law has a category, the mobile. So you have MTN mobile money.
Yeah.
Now you have Telcel. It used to be
Telcel,
Voda
yeah,
Cash, but
yeah.
they've rebranded. And then you have Airtel Tigo, which is now AT Money.
Yeah.
So basically what we've done is that the electronic money issuers. So that is where it becomes. So when they just tell electronic, it just means that it's the same cash. Do you know that whatever is in your bank account or whatever physical cash you put at any point in time, we have to have that same level. You're just converting a portion of your physical money to electronic money. It's the same. Money is money.
Money.
So basically,
Money is money.
money. All we have just done via technology is to convert a portion of your physical cash, which is sitting perhaps in your bank account, or you walk with the cash and go to an agent or a bank branch and say you want to deposit into your wallet. At any point in time at the back end, when we are doing settlement, that cash in circulation must be at the same level as the e-cash. So you never have a situation where it's out. There has to be, and that's the work of the financial stability and all the big things. But easy terms, it's fine. It just means that it's open, you can have access. And now, like you rightly said, there's so much you can do your mobile money wallet.
Yeah.
If I know people who just use their mobile money wallet for everything, and the banking is there for something else, maybe you are aiming to get a bigger loan, which is fine, or you complement it because you move the money from your bank account to your wallet. But now all the banks have avenues to be able to do that. You can use the wallet that is on your bank's app or your bank's USSD.
Yeah.
And pretty much. So all we've done is just make sure that we open it up and make sure everybody has access. It's about access and usage. No more big bank branches to scare us from opening an account because those were part of our problems. No more big quotes with the bank manager to do that.
Yeah.
Now, everybody, finance
even
is
if you just
technology.
walked out of your bathroom with a towel wrapped around you,
Thank
just
you. If you're lucky, the agent is in your house.
Oh, see, yes.
That's the beauty of agency banking because we wanted to make sure that agents were people in the community.
Right.
Agents are people who are trusted so that when you are doing financial services with them, you have the confidence. So banks don't just set up agents. There's a whole KYC agents, which is know your customer or know your people, that they go through. Lots of compliance issues, but we know sometimes we've had issues. Like I say, sometimes you're chewing a bag of nuts. Every nut is nice. There's that just one nut that you would chew and the whole thing puts a bad It's the same thing. So yes, there are some that have not been very good, but every agent out there is one that has been qualified to be an agent. And you can have access to use that. And I encourage and use this platform. That is the start for us all to have that. Because when you have financial literacy, you are literate. You know what goes in, what comes out. Are you sure you won't be able to run your own business? Everybody can be an entrepreneur. I know some people are born entrepreneurs. Thank you. But you can create and become an entrepreneur. And that is something I have learned to do, and I do every day.
I like that. I like juju.
Oh, yes. Because I know I wasn't born. My parents were not entrepreneurs. But I'm like, what stops me from doing that?
Yeah.
So even though I do financial services, I am. You ask me why I'm awake at 1 a.m.?
Yeah.
That is when I'm still working.
Wow,
And that's all leveraging the power of tech to do what we do.
Miss Clara, this is amazing, and definitely there's something that women will have to take seriously. I'm really, really grateful for that. But I just want you to look into that camera and speak to women on why they need to leverage on that. But before then, I have this package from Old Mutual for you.
Thank you.
You know,
so
the
much.
rings, and you go to the rural communities as well.
Yes.
The rings, so we have an umbrella for you, a very big one.
Thank you so much.
Give you shelter, even as you go to speak to the women and convince them to take their own financial literacy and liberation into their own hands. At least you have some cover.
Thank you so much. And it's all mutual, is on retirement, and that's definitely powerful. So thank you so much. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. So please, your message.
I think it's a very simple thing. Well, it comes across as simple, but I think I'd want to use this opportunity today and to speak to all women out there, young and old. Access to finance is a very important tool I would entreat all of us to open our minds to. I think it's very important as women to leverage technology in everything we do, and especially as a woman business owner. No matter how small your business is, I would encourage you to open up and use some form of financial technology. If it's having a mobile money account to receive payments, it is good for your business. If you can take it a notch further to leverage technology to be able to issue even some form of a receipt or an invoice, or even just having a footprint to show what comes into your business and what goes out of your business. Look, if you manage to keep a record, even if it's on a book that you write, all your intakes, all your outs, at the end of the month, you'll be able to show what you have done. Your business can be as small as it is. It can be a business in your bedroom, a business out of your bedroom. It can be one with a shop. If you leverage for technology, for your records, for your payments, for all of your transactions, you would see the growth in your business. And above all, please read what is out there. And there's so much financial literacy content out there. And some even in your language. If for any reason you don't speak English, we make sure that financial institutions, we give you in your right language. So use these opportunities. And women out there, young women, I think this one especially for young women who are working in financial services. I think I want to create a lot more Clara artists. There are quite a number of you who reach out to me sometimes when I go for events and you reach out to me. I try, but I'm not able to reach a lot of people. So today, I thank Gifty for giving me this platform. And even if we can have, I've just seen her beautiful studio. I was telling her that, wow, I can imagine an audience here. And for me, I would love to come back when we have an audience with young women. We can have 18-year-olds, we can have 20-year-olds. We break them up, Gifty, and just an opportunity so I can speak to you and to tell you how you can leverage financial literacy to empower yourself. Because through being financially literate, it will transform your life and empower you. And women economic empowerment is something that we must all push and ensure that even our daughters and our daughters yet unborn would have this message to promote the work that we do and to ensure that Ghana becomes the best place for access to financial and usage of financial service. So once again, thank you very much for this opportunity.
Thank you so much for this education and for this financial empowerment talk. You know, I did the fact that you talk about it with a smile, you know, because most of the time people who talk about finance and technology, they look this serious, and it's attractive enough for me, for our young ones to be curious enough, you know, to venture into it. And as we create more of Clara artists, you know, what does the B stand for?
Bawa.
Bawa. So you're Fanti?
No.
Bawa is which? Oh, okay. The same use. Okay, so I've been pronouncing wrongly. Okay. Okay. Bawa.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Joyce Bawa Muktai. You are Joyce's sister.
I come after her.
Revelations.
I know. In our own rights.
That is why when you're just laughing because you knew I didn't know.
I know, and that's why I came. If I knew you knew, I won't be here.
No, you will still be here. But of course, the discussion would have gone another way.
Thank you. The discussion always goes another way. And I always want to stick to the discussion.
And there's also another form of empowerment. It doesn't matter who you know or who, a powerful person in your life. You are powerful in your own right. And learn to tell your own story and tell it so powerfully. Thank you, Clara.
Thank you, Gifty.
But Joyce, I'm coming over you. I'll be back with a bit of me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. You were one of those to make it on TV with your hijab on.
Yes.
What did he take?
Okay, sis, and it wasn't an easy journey, right? Because when I started the media, I was not covering, even though my mom would insist that, cover. I promised her that she shouldn't worry. When I marry, I'll start covering fully, okay? But that was radio. But when I was about to start TV. Sis, I knew the implications of it.
Yeah.
I knew that
because then everybody will see
me. And I knew that if I was able to break this glass ceiling, it was going to open the doors for many Muslim and Northern girls. So I did actually ask if I would be allowed to wear a veil. And I was told that no, So when I hear these stories, I am truly humbled. And sometimes I feel that I've not even done enough for the community, because all I've done is just to show my face and do my work in a way that I hope inspires, stories to emerge. But I think that there's so much that power and influence can be used.
I know.
I'm sorry, I didn't expect to.
No, I know.
Because when you walk the corners of the northern parts of this country and you see the level of poverty and, disenfranchisement, you know that you have to be able to be in a position to do more.
Shamima, are you ready?
Are
you ready for the politics?
For
going full-time into politics?
What does full-time mean?
I mean, coming out to say that I'm into politics, partisan politics. This is because all of us can't stay.
No, we all can't.
No. So to say that I'm here, for
example,
we already know that you speak, and everywhere Professor Jane Nanopoku Ajiman is, you are there.
Not everywhere.
Almost everywhere.
not everywhere. Not everywhere. I don't have a formal
serious advocacy for her.
I don't have a formal role, just by way of information. I just don't have any formal role, but it was to be understood that if I made a decision to join a political party with my history, my father is a founding member of the NDC.
A woman and her financial liberation. It's so powerful. It's so beautiful. It's so sexy. It brings a sense of confidence and boldness, knowing that at least you can take care of yourself and your loved ones to some extent, if you have children and your children. I talked about soft life the last time. Owning your money is powerful. Owning your own money, earning your money and owning it. It's so important. Woman, even as you spend, yes, have the life, buy the good things, celebrate yourself, do things for yourself, but don't forget to put some aside for a rainy day. Nobody knows tomorrow. Nobody knows tomorrow. Anything and everything can happen. If you should lose your job today, can you take care of yourself for the next 3 months? The money that you get and you spend on yourself and you don't put some away, if you didn't have it, would you survive? There are certain things we do, ladies, that are so unnecessary. We do it for the sake of doing it. But get money. Save money. Be liberated financially. And that will be your source of power. I'm a woman with super crazy faith in God. But I know God has given us wisdom. And that wisdom includes saving for a rainy day. Investing, reinvesting, and having a plan, financial plan. Thanks for watching. See you same time next week. Bye for now.